Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of First and Last. My name is Josh, and with me this week I've got Joe.
Hey, man.
And Claire.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to be back.
Claire over here, now full-time member of the podcast. Jimmy demoted to part-time member.
Associate podcaster.
I feel like, Josh, you sent a text this week that really was, if I felt it, you were like, man, somebody needs a calendar.
Oh, to Jimmy?
Yeah.
I meant it, but...
I meant it.
Dude's busy.
Yeah, man, you're busy, but, like, you know, you also, like, tell people, like, a little bit more.
Okay. So what's your, like, cutoff for time period? Like, you got to, like, let someone know. Like, you have a standing...
It's not like the podcast night's sneaking up on anybody, so, like...
Okay, but if you have, like, okay, so say it's a doctor's appointment, not a podcast. Or maybe it is a pod. I don't know.
I mean, is it an emergency doctor's appointment, or is one that I've scheduled months in advance?
You've scheduled it.
Okay.
How far in advance do you need to cancel?
I'd say if you know about it and it's going to be on a day that you know affects people, just tell them right away. Or you're going to forget.
So the first thing you should do is contact the people.
No, not the first thing. You should, like, have lunch. Like, go home. I don't know. Take a nap.
What would you have for lunch?
That day?
Yeah.
Panera.
Doctor's appointment scheduling day.
Panera, St. Louis Bread Company.
I have not eaten at a Panera in years.
Yeah, me neither.
Me either.
But the day that I have a prior engagement that I have to cancel due to my future engagement,
yeah,
I'm gonna go eat Panera.
Fuel
now.
up on that extra caffeine.
I can't wait to text the.
I feel like you have to go to St. Louis Park. I don't even know where there is a Panera.
No clue where a Panera is.
No,
I can't wait to.
There's probably one in Bloomington.
Put something on a recording day schedule now and go to Panera for lunch. Tell my boss I'm going for a 3-hour lunch. You got to drive somewhere to get you a Panera.
It's like, why don't you just get Jimmy John's? Come on, man.
I do like Jimmy John's. I was just razzing him. I wasn't like mad or anything. I just was like, I just joked. There is every once in a while where he's like, oh, I just remembered I got a thing like the other day, and I'm like, there's no way this just came up.
I don't know, man. I think that he has a job that's like kind of like that, where it can just be like, oh, we need you to help with this thing, and he's impressive that he is able to do the many things that he does.
Oh,
and you all are. Joe, you're impressive. God
bless his soul for...
Josh is impressive. Apparently, I said impressive because that's not weird at all. Joe's making faces.
No, I was just saying, God bless his soul for working insane hours, because Jimmy's got weird hours.
I wouldn't want to do it.
Yeah.
But that's why I'm here.
I wouldn't want to do it at all.
My face was more of his texts aren't, oh, this thing came up. It's, I realized this came up. I just remembered that this is happening.
Okay.
That's why. So maybe before.
Maybe he does.
Maybe before Jimmy gets Panera, he should text the group.
Okay, you guys, this would be a really cute, like, maybe like a little New Year's present, Christmas present, a little
calendar?
2025 calendar.
A little Hooters calendar.
And then we'll have the sound of the year embedded in
what
it.
What if I bought him a cell phone that had a calendar on it?
Okay, what if you sat down with him
like a Lego
once a
Star
week
Wars
and
calendar.
set up his calendar so it's easier for him? I don't know. Phone calendars are annoying.
We're 40. I'm not doing this.
All right. Well, I'm not 40 yet, but
I mean, I'm not 40 yet either, but I will be 40
Me neither.
soon.
You're never going to be
I'll
40.
be 40 before both of you.
Joe is going to be...
Is that a threat?
Oh, my God. That does sound... Never mind. I was going to say you're going to be... I'm going to say you're going to be 18 forever, but like...
You're never reaching...
Don't say that either.
Joe,
that sounds gross.
I declare it right now, you're never reaching 40.
Oh, my God.
No.
Sorry, Claire. Sorry.
I don't believe in that stuff, but you're not allowed to do it. That's like whenever... That's like if somebody wants to do a Ouija board. No. I don't believe in it, but don't fucking do that shit around me.
Last time I heard someone say, I'll stay 18 forever, it turned out that guy was a predator, so...
Ugh. Okay. What is your thoughts of saying spooky things like... What's the one movie we watched, Joe, where you say it in the mirror, Candyman?
Oh, Candyman, yeah.
Okay, I've said it once.
No mirrors in this room.
There's no mirrors in this room.
Yeah.
We're safe.
No.
Would you go...
Do reflective surfaces count?
I don't fucking know. It's a fake
in
thing.
Candyman?
But like,
that's 3
do
times.
you get freaked out by that stuff? Like, I know it's stupid. And it's also because it's Halloween, spooky months. I've been watching a lot of spooky stuff. And let's be honest, there was some spooky shit that happened this week. So it's spooky all around.
Not like supernatural stuff or like that, because that's all hogwash and poppycock.
Have you ever like been in a situation where you like hope it's a ghost?
Instead of like a human being trying to kill me.
I mean, in general. I mean,
you know, we have 2 cats, and I'm sure like for the past like 8 years there's been many, many times where I've just heard a noise and I went, hopefully that's a cat.
mm-hmm.
You know, that kind of thing. So I think that's generally like the minute I have cats, every single noise, no matter how unexplainably, like obviously not a cat that probably was, I'm like, that was a cat. Everything, I just wipe it away.
All right. Well,
before that, I heard some shit, Claire.
Oh shit.
I don't got any stories. I just, you know.
I don't know. I bet you've got ghost stories.
I don't really have any like ghost encounters or stories or anything. I guess I'm just not like hauntable.
I have like a really like vivid childhood haunt story that I believe I remember telling you around a campfire when I first met you. But that's for like a different podcast. Like that's a whole thing.
You're gonna like say you have an awesome story and not tell it?
You gotta invite me back next spooky month. Listeners, let us know if that's something you want to do.
Just FYI, listeners, I don't agree with this method. I think she should tell us the story right now.
Really, I just want to find out if my little brother's still listening. I know he is. But like Luke, shout out to you. Also, let me know how I do.
Luke, you can hit us up at FNL Podcast on the Gmail or on the Twitter. You can tell us the story and also suggest a show we should watch.
He did, but we're not using that one. Sorry, Luke. That was mean. I'm a little too honest today.
Next week, Luke. Hit me up.
Oh, just ask Josh. Yeah, Josh doesn't want to pick.
I mean, I'll do whatever anyone wants.
Okay.
Anything. I'll do anything.
I'm down for anything.
Joe.
Hey.
What is this podcast for the casual listener?
We take a TV show, and instead of watching the entire show and trying to review it that way, we stick to watching the first and the last episode. We watch the first episode, come back and talk about what we've seen and what we liked and didn't like, and then we try to make predictions for what we think is going to happen in the last episode. Then we go ahead and watch that, see how we did, judge the show, put it away, never watch the show again.
Hell yeah. I ain't never watching these shows.
Never.
Ain't never.
I might watch this one again.
I probably will. Now that I know that it's available on streaming, this seems like a pop-in show for me.
Oh, man. Claire, you brought this show, right?
No.
Oh.
Well, I mean, sort of. I mean, no, Joe definitely picked it out, but I said it wasn't a bad idea.
Oh, okay.
And he offered a show that I was thinking about doing, and I said, no, I think that sounds better. They're also shorter.
I didn't check the spreadsheet to confirm that we haven't done this show, but I'm pretty sure.
Should
oh my
we?
Gosh.
No, wait.
Can we pause?
No. Should we, no matter what, do it?
No, if
we have to decide right now. No matter what, are we gonna do it?
I think so. I think even if we'd done this, it definitely wasn't done with Claire.
I've never done this.
So like,
okay, whatever.
Just give it a go.
All right,
give
okay.
it another go.
Hey,
I get 3 bonus points. Then
and
if we did it,
sure.
I won't.
I just want some points finally. I haven't gotten any points this season.
If I know that we've done this show,
mm-hmm.
I will not tell you.
Okay.
Until the end of the episode.
So we're not gonna look it up?
No.
Okay.
Oh my
Fine.
gosh, this is like an improv like sketch over here. He's gonna fake that he's like has or has not seen the show.
There's some controversy around where this show ends, so maybe we'll end up doing it a different way if we have done the show already.
Okay. What's the show, man?
This week we are doing The Jetsons.
Meet the Jetsons.
That is a good show. We've never done this show.
Yeah, I'm pretty positive we've never done it. So yeah, they produced one season of The Jetsons in 1962 that had 24 episodes. And then it was not popular at the time, and it actually found like a second life being shown on Saturdays, because it was originally like a little more adult oriented and like shown during the week, but then they put it on Saturday mornings and kids ate it up. And then 2 decades later, in the mid 80s, they filmed another 41 episodes, they made another 41 episodes of the Jetsons using the same cast as the 1962 cast.
Interesting.
So like at first I was thinking like, oh, well, do we just do the original run in 1962? It's like, no, like it's the same show, like with just obviously updated technology and stuff. But yeah, they did a season 2, or it's listed as season 2 in 1985 that has 41 episodes, and then a season 3 that has 10 episodes in 1987. So we'll go all the way through, I think. After all those episodes, there is a 1990 movie that the Wikipedia says it like, oh, this is the finale, but like I don't really think it's the finale. And when we've done other shows with movies too, we just stop at the show.
Yeah, we don't do a movie because it's a movie.
Yeah. So we're gonna go from September 23, 1962 to November 12, 1987 with the same cast voicing the characters.
Same cast is big. Because,
Yeah.
like, that does, in my mind, connect the whole show.
Mm-hmm.
Man,
Glad none of them died. Wow.
And that's why they stopped making the show, because a bunch of them died in like 1988 and 1989. And
R.I.P. like to all those people. I'm sure.
they've been dead for a really long
I
time.
feel really. I didn't mean to tease about it though.
Tease them. Good riddance.
Dude, this is because I said that the name of that character in a reflective surface. I'm getting what I'm deserving. All right, so I love this. I have no idea what the first episode is, but I think I've got a guess. Do I get to do that yet, or am I like jumping?
Oh, you want to
down?
guess about the first episode?
Yeah,
You're trying to. Are we doing points week?
Not points. Like, we're not gonna go crazy, but like, you know how sometimes when you have good ideas, you just like spout them off. I think this is gonna have. I don't know the characters. Okay. Also, what's your background of the show though? Like, I definitely watched it because my mom really likes it, because my mom's name is Jane. She also has a Prius, and so when she got her Prius, her big thing was her license plate was gonna be Jane Jetson, and so she thinks it's really funny. Also, like, I'm not gonna say what state Jane lives
it's like
in.
a futuristic car.
Yeah.
Her name is Jane.
And she doesn't understand when people don't get the license plate. Jane, it's great.
How does Jane Jetson fit on a license plate?
It doesn't.
You'll have to think about how you can make it fit.
JNE.
Okay.
It's 7 or.
Also,
Seven,
like,
yeah.
we can't
Is
be
it 7?
doxing my mom's
Or maybe
plate.
it's 6.
Well, I'm not, because
Is
I
it
don't know what
6?
it is.
Maybe it differs state by state.
So it's state by state. So
It's definitely 6.
It's
No,
6. So it's J.
Okay, so anywho, I, though, don't really know the show that well. I know that there's, like,
It's
Alice?
JNJTSN.
That's what you would go with?
No, I wouldn't. I
Oh.
also wouldn't have a plate be so many
But
real
I mean,
letters.
yeah, if you were doing Jane Jetson.
If I
that's what you'd
had
go
to
with?
do Jane Jetson, I would do JNJTSN. Jane Jetson.
well, that's fun.
Is it? Did I do it?
I can't tell you yes or no because
I don't remember what it is.
What would you do?
My first thought was just doing just Jetson, but then I think the important part is doing the Jane part. So maybe I would just do Jane Jet. But if we're doing
That's too many.
6,
that was already taken.
oof. Yeah, that's the other thing too, is like you're competing
You gotta
against
look
stuff
what's
that's already
available.
taken. Yeah,
Is it Jan Jets? Jan.
I think
I might go with Jan Jet. That might be my first pick.
I think you guys have great ideas, and if you in the audience want to make a guess, and whoever gets it right, I will.
What is Claire's mom's license plate?
I will send you a picture of my mom.
In the state of Colorado.
Yep.
I don't know where she lives.
Why?
Thank God.
The theme song to this show lives rent free in my brain because
Mhm.
it's amazing. It's fun. I don't think I could tell you any actual episode that I've watched.
Yeah.
I know I've seen some, like,
Yeah.
you know, kind of thing, but I don't know the plot of anything besides, like, right, they live in, like, a futuristic world in the clouds or some shit, and it's, like, crazy. They got, like, a robot maid. There's a little boy. I don't even.
There's the dog that's like a robot.
Oh, the
He's not a
dog's-
robot. I don't think. I think he's just a dog.
Oh,
Astro.
okay. There's like
Astro's-
mom and the
Ast-
dad
Mom, dad, boy, kid, boy, girl, dog,
and robot.
robot maid.
And robot maid.
And
I just assume it's just the Flintstones, but like in space, right?
Yes.
Or not space, but future.
Yes.
is that really what it is?
Yes.
Aren't the Flintstones? Don't they cross over?
Yes.
What?
Yeah.
Well, they're both Hanna-Barbera cartoons, and like Flintstones is a big hit for Hanna-Barbera and is essentially just a regular sitcom, but just based in the Stone Age. And that's the formula for the Jetsons too. It's just a regular sitcom, but based in like the deep future.
Dude, we should remake it if it's good.
Remake the Jetsons?
Yeah. Let's just do it again.
They've
Like-
never done
like
live
us?
action Jetsons, right? Like they did a live action Flintstones.
Yeah.
How would you do that? There's flying cars and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
Some
dumb.
flying cars
Y-
and stuff.
We just watched like Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
There's so many movies and TV shows that are like in space, Claire.
I'm sorry.
They do it every week.
I was thinking in the future.
Have you ever seen Star Trek before?
What?
So like, yeah, I have a general like sense of what the Jetsons are, and I've seen it growing up, but I feel like I saw it at such a young age too. And then I got taken over by X-Men and Spider-Man and the Power Rangers. So I, you know, I haven't seen a Jetsons show in 30 years.
Did it have a big comeback like when everybody got into the Tasmanian Devils in the 90s? Well, it did have the 90s reboot movie, right? That would be the live action. I think there was a movie, or was that a cartoon in
Are you talking
1999?
about Flintstones?
No. The Jetsons. Wasn't there a movie?
No, that's Flintstones.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, that's what I just said.
There
is
was like a
they-
cartoon movie of the Jetsons.
Yes.
okay.
There's the series. Like the Wikipedia says the movie is the series finale, but it doesn't really connect. And
Yeah.
that was produced in 1990. But they made a live action movie of the Flintstones. They did not make a live action movie of the Jetsons.
I think you should do it.
hmm
What part would you want?
If I'm being cast in the Jetsons,
Yeah.
Astro.
Is that a dog?
Yeah.
I just want to be a flying car robot.
Like you just want to be the voice actor that goes.
I would love
Just the sound of all the cars. It's done by
Yeah,
Claire.
I'll do all the sound effects. I'd have to learn how to do it, but I would love that.
I'm sure they'd love to pay for you to learn how to do it.
I wouldn't make them. I wouldn't pay them to make me learn. I would.
It's like, hey, you got the part. Can you learn how to do this by next week?
Dude, voice acting seems like the hardest gig of all time. And then you get like no money for doing it. Like the voice for Amazon's Alexa and like all those different Siri and stuff there's just like all this money stuff. Anyway, I don't know why I'm talking about that. Like I know about it.
Oh yeah, I know all those ladies got screwed out of money for sure. They should be getting money now, and they didn't. They got like $750 for being like fucking Siri.
Do you think people like hear her talk and they're like, what the fuck? Like,
oh shit, you sound like Siri.
yeah, like
Oh, her? Yeah, definitely. Like, you know, right?
I don't know if I would, because it's
I think my Siri's British, so I probably won't hear her, the original one at least, because the original one's an American lady. I'm assuming.
I haven't changed my like voice in a while. Maybe I should change mine up. But I definitely like to keep it a woman because I'm not gonna let a man tell me what to do.
That's fair. I don't talk to my phone very much. Like, I let it talk back to me.
Yeah, the machines tell you what to do. Aren't
Yeah.
you telling the machine what to do?
Yeah, I don't use voice.
Well, like
I'm
when you
saying
have
I
them
don't
tell
use-
you the turns and shit. Like I don't want a guy being like turn right. Like no,
Oh,
fuck
okay,
off.
Yeah,
I don't want it talking to me at all when I'm driving.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. No,
I need.
I don't like that.
Sometimes I need support.
I don't like it when they're like, oh, in 3 miles you're gonna take a left on Highway 45, and then it's like in 1 mile 45 and 45 feet take a fucking left, and I'm like, leave me alone, brah. I can read.
I feel like that's where Joe's at. He always puts on like just the emergency announcements.
And he sort of changes or emergency stuff.
I had
talk to
mine
me
set
for
to that,
but
and
otherwise
then
don't.
and then that was when I had it set like that was when I came home from a concert, and it was late at night, and I ended up in a bus lane. So now I turned the volume on.
How did the non-volume make you go into a bus lane?
Because
She wasn't sure how far away
it
the
was
right
hard
turn
to see. It was
Got it.
embarrassing. It was raining and dark, and like I could see people looking at me like, "Why the fuck are you in a bus lane?" And I was
should
like,
not be
"I
in that
know,
bus
I don't know."
One time in high school, one of my friends' moms was driving me somewhere. Like, we were driving us somewhere, and I was, like, navigating.
You as a child.
I mean, we were, like, 15. It's
That
not like we were,
still
like, 5.
sucks.
But we were, like, navigating because we knew we were going. I knew exactly where we were. I don't know why she was driving us because in my mind, I'm like, I could drive, but I don't know. But we were in her car or something. I don't know. It doesn't matter.
Dude, either that or either you get to navigate or she's got to like print off some map quests. So
She would, yeah. Well, I was navigating, and I said, like, up here, take a right. And it was, like, one of those, like, there's just a field on our right. And it was, like, the next right, we're going to take a right. And then she was like, now? And I was like, dear God, no, not now.
Yeah.
that's totally what I
Like,
would
the
say.
car, like, moved a little
Yeah.
bit, like, as if she was going to be like, oh, you want me to turn right now?
Like, do you remember there's that episode of The Office
Oh, yeah, when
where,
it goes
like,
to the lake.
yeah, where Michael drives into a lake and people are just like, that's unrealistic. People wouldn't do that. It's just like, no, they
No, people would,
absolutely
yeah.
would.
I totally would. I had to do a thing. I'm bad at my lefts and my rights when I'm saying them out loud, but I know them in my head. So when I was in college, and I had this one friend where I had to create like a code. So if I was navigating to turn right, I tapped on the window, and for a left turn, I'd go like this in front of his face. Like, you can't see my hand, but it's like
You'd wave
I'm
your
waving.
hand in front of his face.
Yeah.
The person who's driving,
Because
you'd
I
wave
would-
your hand in front of them.
Because I would fuck up my lefts and my rights. So I would just do that instead, because I would always do it right, like the correct way. Like I wouldn't flip them. It's really fun having a neurodivergent brain. I'm telling you, it's good times. But I was really, it was a great system, and no longer did.
I used to tell people to hang a dick.
Ew.
Or like hang like a Lucy or something like
I
that.
feel like I've heard Dick and Lucy, yeah.
Anybody that was any name that's an L name, that would mean take a left.
Mhm.
And then I'd say hang a dick because that's Richard.
Mhm.
So hang a right.
What?
So where's the piece?
Ew. Oh my gosh. Joe and his idioms. I couldn't think of a whole idiom like the whole night. I still don't think I can. I'm not going to do it.
Well, the first episode of the Jetsons, I almost said the Flintstones. The Jetsons is called Rosey the Robot.
Have you watched the
Oh.
Flintstones?
I mean, I've seen it. Oh, well, I think it's about the same as the Jetsons. I've seen episodes of the Flintstones.
But you guys haven't first and last.
Oh no, we have not. No, we have not.
Okay, because that would be really interesting to see if they're similar. Like, I'd almost want to like save that.
Well, I mean,
Save that for me.
you'll
Save that
be-
for Claire. I'll come back.
It sounds like you're going to be back in like 2 weeks. So
Okay, so maybe we'll have to see
maybe
if
we'll
that's
just do the
streaming.
Flintstones then. So yeah, the first episode of the Jetsons is called Rosey the Robot. We're gonna watch that and we'll be back. And we're back. We're done with the first episode of the Jetsons. It was called Rosey the Robot. Josh, do you have a write-up? Yes, I do. Straight from Hulu. When the automatic food preparer malfunctions, Jane Jetson tests a used robot maid.
Mm-hmm.
That is
That's-
one part of the episode.
That happened.
Initial thoughts.
That was fun. It's kind of what I expected from a Jetsons episode, in that it's futuristic and makes some jokes about, what technology might be in the future, but also it's just a basic, like, early 60s sitcom setup.
Yeah.
I definitely, I didn't like the laugh track. I know you guys had mentioned it. I just felt weird with it being like there, and like sometimes I think that the jokes maybe were funny in the 60s, but now I'm like, is that funny?
The Jetsons was filmed in front of a live studio audience.
Yeah.
So that's where the
Okay.
laugh track is from.
It's a cartoon.
It's an
There's no
animator
way.
just like flipping the pages like a flip book while the people are like, ha 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 ha.
Hey, why don't, when we make the remake, we'll do that.
What if I put a laugh track in this podcast?
You won't, because that takes time to edit.
Yeah, I won't do that.
But I'd hate it.
Yeah, because it would be awful. I also wouldn't do it because I hate it.
But what if it's actually like good?
Yeah, what if it helps?
I don't know. But I thought it was fun. There was a couple jokes that were, dude, hit the time now, the 2024 a little hard. I was like, this is real. This is happening right now in this cartoon from 1962.
Like what?
I wrote them down to get my list. Okay, so are we gonna go through the episode though? Because like I don't want to like throw out things out of order.
Yeah, we can go through the episode.
All right, so well then.
Do you want to call them out as we go through the episode?
I'll call them out. I'll call out some of these awkward moments that I wrote down. The other thing I noted is that I thought Elroy was really. I do not like the voice. I hate it.
Okay.
I would rather any other voice than that, and I also felt like I didn't like the voice of George really either.
I thought his voice was weird.
I thought it was weird.
You did too?
Yeah.
Okay. So we all
So
were
maybe
like
this
weird
isn't the same George's voice that we know,
We'll have to see.
or maybe he like grew into
I just
it.
don't think
It could be that,
I
too.
just don't think I know enough about the show to be like, because I heard it and I was like, is that right? But I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know. You know, I don't. But everyone else seemed fine to me. Like I thought everything else seemed normal. But you know, who knows?
I like how they define face shape in this TV show, which I guess is more for males. It's like your 6 o'clock shadow is just a line, but the way they do it, like we're seeing a picture of like the boss on the TV.
Yeah.
It's just this like very cartoonish way to be like, this skin color is different down here. I don't know. I just find it to be very lazy but interesting. But Elroy pissed me off.
It is 60s animation, so I mean, you know, it really didn't feel that bad. Like, you know, some early animations of stuff look terrible. Like season 1 of like The Simpsons is like rough. The last season of the X-Men animated is real rough. Like this felt better than those at least.
Yeah, this felt like something I could see on TV now.
Yeah.
And I think that's also why a show like this is great, and probably like the Flintstones, like the timelessness of it. Like, it is crazy to see like how many things in this episode are like things we have now that they at the time thought that's crazy.
Like a face chat.
Yeah, there's full on FaceTime.
Yeah.
There's full on video calling or Zoom.
Yep.
Right. There's on demand exercise classes.
Oh yeah.
There's a Roomba.
They had a Roomba. Yeah.
I think I freaked out at another point. I mean, they clearly have a maid that is
Like a robot. Yeah,
a robot
maid. That was like one of the big parts of robot maid. They have flying cars. We have flying cars. They
have driverless cars. They still
well, do we?
well, I don't know.
We have the promise of fully automated cars in the future still.
There wasn't anything driverless in this show, though.
Were those pods like maneuvered and steered? I feel like I would say
the one
kid
where like
ones,
Elroy went in.
Yeah, the kid ones were driverless.
I feel like those are just like tubes instead of like
I don't know,
cars alone.
Yeah.
It looked like a little pod.
Yeah. So the only other thing, or like a little bit, was George goes to work and literally like they joke about stuff like, oh, do you have a hard time at the button? Because like the whole world's like automated. So these things that they do is like George goes to work and he pushes a button, and he came home and he was like, I had to push the button 5 times today.
Yeah.
And then like Jane is complaining about how the reason why she wants a maid is because doing the housework as a stay-at-home mom is hard, and she pushes like 5 buttons that day, and like the house has arms and it like does it itself and stuff. So it's kind of interesting. I'm wondering if when this came out, people were like, this is amazing, I wish this was like this, and like I see this and I'm like, you guys are so fucking lazy.
It also like the fact that like her food, like that was the main thing, was like the the automatic food machine. It had a name, but it was kind of weird. But that stopped working. It was malfunctioning. So like the hard boiled egg would come out like
roasted
chicken. It was kind of weird. But like, it's not like they weren't getting food. And like also George gives Jane shit for the machine not working. He's like, God, when I first married you, you like could cook and stuff, and like now you're all like all. It was like so rude,
Mm-hmm.
and but it also felt like, okay, that is still her domain. That is still the thing that she has to take care of. That is still the thing that she's in charge of. While I'm watching her just like press buttons, like that's unbelievable. But
yeah, and I think that's supposed to be part of the joke, is like that there used to be a skill around like cooking, and like now in this futuristic world, they're just like the skill is just pushing the button. And so now they're struggling with that. Like, oh, you used to be good at pushing the buttons, and now you don't know the buttons anymore.
Well, and that's the thing that actually is a good segue into like what the rest of the episode's technically about, is that Jane wants to get like a maid so she can have help with the button pushing.
Because her mother says she should get a maid.
Yeah.
I thought that was really weird. The whole mother was like a big part of this. Like she's just on FaceTime or whatever. But like she seems like and like even when they went to the store, the Jane was like, my mother sent me, and the guy was like, oh, you're in, I got you. It's very weird.
60s, man. But they go to she asks George then when you're at work to like ask his boss, Mr. Spacely, for a raise so they can get a maid. And so they're in the they did a good job, I think, of, or at least trying to point out that this family is like obviously in the future and they got a lot of crazy shit, but they're like they're like middle class at least.
Yeah.
Maybe lower middle. I don't know what they seem like they're living totally fine, but they kept making like illusions that they're like they're poor.
Yeah, they're like barely making it.
Well, and the boss, when he went to go talk to the boss was having an issue with his wife, because this is one of the moments that I wanted to point out that's like fucked up. Excuse my language. But she was like going like, oh, honey, I'm not going to be home for dinner. And he's like, man, I'm mad. I have to like make dinner. Like, this is so much work. Whatever. I don't even have a wife that like makes dinner for me or whatever.
And
she's
that'll
like,
push my dinner button for me.
she's like, well, I have to go protest. My sign says Martians go home. And I'm just like, oh.
Yeah, she's protesting at the UN.
Oh. But he goes, and he married her 30 years ago because she can cook, and like now she doesn't need to, right? So it's interesting. But like he was all like, I miss the olden times where someone would cook a home cooked meal for me, and so that's why I felt like George was like, yeah, I'm really like this. I'm at that low level. Like, you're gonna get that home cooked meal from me. Come on over.
Well, and then yeah, so the rest of it is like Jane gets the maid, but they pick Rosey, and she's kind of like the super old model that like if she didn't pick her, Rosey'd go to the junk heap. They bring her home, and Rosey's got a little bit of an attitude, which is she's kind of fun, for us listeners at least, our viewers. And then Mr. Spacely shows up. Rosey makes the meal, and then he loves it. And then he's like, "Wait a minute!" They try to keep her away from him. Because like if he knows that they have a robot maid, that means they have too much money to be able to get
a raise to afford Rosey,
afford her. And then Rosey freaks out on Spacely at the end and like throws a pineapple upside down cake on his head and like chews him out, which is kind of fun. She stands up for her people. And then but Spacely like tastes it and is like, this is amazing. I want you to be able to afford this robot maid. So then he gives them the raise.
Well, like there's a whole weird subplot where he fired him right when she did that. So you have this moment where you're like, oh shit, he just lost his job. But then
he didn't seem that worried about it.
Yeah, he's kind of laughing about it.
Well, and then Rosey quits. My theory, I have a theory. I think that she has a second upside down pie cake thing. Pineapple upside down cake. She brings that one to him because you then see the boss eating an upside down cake. So she like went and buttered him up to be like, hey, my boss really needs it.
So you think there was two cakes?
I think there's two cakes.
And he didn't just eat the cake off of his head.
I don't think he ate the cake off his head. It was too clean.
No.
I have theories.
I thought he ate the cake off his head because he seems like
a cake eater?
A kind of a gross man that would do that.
Can't let good cake go to waste.
He has
Like,
that Hitler stash, so it's
He
just
does have a kind of a Hitler
hard.
stash. But he seems like the kind of guy that's like, oh, this is good, so I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
Like he can get he's led by his stomach in this episode at least. So like if he's fed well, he does like you could like shoot him and he'd be like, this chicken's great.
Dude, I would be having Rosey make him cookies every day to take to work, and then like because again, if his income is based off of like this maid cooking for his boss, which also is weird. Would you ever invite your boss like? Would you ever let
Not
your
like
boss
today.
invite themselves over?
No, I would never bring my boss to my house either.
I would probably like if I was gonna like go out to eat or like have food with a boss.
It better be at a restaurant, and
Yeah.
the company's better be paying for it.
That would be lovely.
It is like weirdly a like common like sitcom trope where it's just like for some reason your boss is coming over for dinner.
Oh yeah, it's like, oh, you got a wife? I'm gonna come over and have dinner with the family, and it's like, what? Why? Was that a thing?
I don't. Yeah, I mean,
That never happened to my parents. Like, you know, I don't remember a boss coming over when I was like a kid. Be it was in the 90s, I guess. Like,
Yeah, we weren't in the 60s. I bet maybe that was like a 60s thing. I also feel like
but I'm trying to think. I guess they did it in Mad Men, right? Like,
Mad Men, they did a lot of weird shit, man.
yeah, but like
It was
that
clearly
was
the
the
truth.
60s.
100%. But no, I would agree. I think that's I'm glad that's done. I'm glad that we don't have that anymore. 'Cause yuck. You like have to like get stressed out. My mom invited some teachers over to dinner, but that's like not your boss.
Like your teachers?
Yes.
Oh, that might be worse than your parents.
No, because Mrs. Stetler would come for like St. Patrick's Day and like my mom.
Would you be wasted?
No, because I don't think that the adults. We had like Sprite. We didn't really booze it up.
How old were you?
I had Miss Stetler in 2nd grade, but my brothers also have Miss Stetler. She's the best fucking
I'm
teacher.
just trying to figure out whether or not you were old enough to understand if the adults were drunk.
I don't think the adults were drunk. That was like in a phase of I feel like there wasn't a lot of booze around. But I'm trying to remember if the priest came or not, because if the priest came, then clearly the wine's out.
Oh, the wine's it. Oh, like out to drink.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you got to get that blood of Jesus somehow, right?
Well, I mean that's not the blood of Jesus, but sure.
It's the same though. Besides, it's not like consecrated by magic.
You know what? Sometimes you got to believe in magic. As a child, they taught me that shit. But I support all people and their beliefs. Anyway, what were we talking about? Magic? The Jetsons?
Magic, Jesus, blood. Let's see if I got anything else, really. Man. Oh, one thing is they live in like the sky.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's like an apartment in the sky that's like held up on just like a tiny
Like stick.
stick. Yeah.
Like there's no like the outside time was like on a treadmill, but it's still in the middle of space. Like you're not like walking around a park. The sidewalks are I loved that. My favorite.
Slide walks?
Slide walks.
Yeah, it was good. I did like slide walk.
That was cute.
But
yeah, I thought that was
it gave me, and I'm sure this isn't what they were going for in 1962, but in 2024, I see an entire like civilization in the sky never going down, and I'm like, what dystopian type future do they live in?
Yeah,
like kind
yeah.
of thing. Like, what's going on?
yeah. Which you said it.
Are
Like
there fucking aliens down there? Like, what's going on? Like, why are they so high?
you said that at the beginning. You're like, "What's the wasteland below?" And then
Yeah.
the whole time I watched this episode, I kept being like, "What's down there? What's down there?
What's
Are they gonna
down
show
there?"
me?" I didn't see anything.
Is it the Flintstones?
Is that how they cross over?
I don't know.
I love that. If it is like a time warp, the Flintstones down below, the Jetsons above, I'm into that. Let's
That
make
really
that movie.
fucks up my theory that the Earth's only 6,000 years old.
There's like
Well, it is flat.
the part where like Judy's doing stuff. She's talking about like going to the beach, like potentially in Hawaii, and like in my head, I was like, oh, it's like she's actually going down to like Earth Hawaii and like going to the beach there. But maybe not. Like maybe she's going to a resort that's like floating above Hawaii.
She's going to Sky Hawaii.
Yeah. Skawai. Maybe there's a beach resort.
That sounds like you're Christopher. I'm going to Skawai.
In the air with
Christopher Walken.
fake sand and fake beach.
And fake eggs. There's a lot of fake eggs in this episode.
Fake eggs.
I eat those at the beach all the time.
Fake eggs?
Not really. Oh, I scared the cat. Or the shadow did. Not sure.
Cat's fine.
No, but that was nuts. And I also think that you pointing that out really changed
Did
way I saw it.
I didn't try to. It's just like I saw that and I immediately was like, what's down there?
Yeah.
Yeah. I hope that they show us what's down there.
Like, yeah, because in most, futuristic media, if they're living in the sky, that means that the ground level, earth level is either a wasteland and like it's uninhabitable, or that's just where the pores live.
But they're the pores. I mean, not the they're at least the mid pores. Maybe there's poorer. There's definitely poorer people, but like the whole episode was about how they don't make enough money to like have a basic.
Yeah. So imagine the
thing.
people that are living on the Earth's surface. Whoa.
I also thought that the whole point was to show that Jane is just spending all of George's money. Like, even in the beginning, it shows her, like, taking his money and, like, giving him a 20 or something.
Oh, in the intro part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then in this episode, it's the same thing where Jane's spending the money and George is like, what are you doing?
Yeah. Women be shopping.
Well, yeah. Feeding in my predictions.
Joke, shitty, women be shopping, but also B, like historically, because it does tie into like some of the themes of this episode of like this technology and making home life easier, is like that really was happening in like the early 60s. Is like now, because there's more of a like home life, there's like new technology being built to make some of those things easier, cooking things, laundry things, et cetera, that are being sold primarily to women because they're keeping the homes.
Yeah, so the women are spending the money on the vacuum cleaner, the dishwasher, the washing machine, the dryer.
Because all of that shit is new. And
now we all just are like, every house has that shit.
Mm-hmm.
We all have our stove and shit.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's interesting. I want to look up that later, but that's a PBS deep dive.
Yeah, but like interestingly, in like a weird way, it's like the women like had some sort of agency in that. I mean, a very small part of agency, but like agency that they hadn't had before, where now like they're making the decisions about like what is being brought into the home, because they're the ones being marketed to for like, hey, this new like standing mixer or whatever.
Well, that, or it's like the ads. I don't love this, but like when the internet will show me like ads from the 60s and it's like, tell your wife that she needs this thing because it'll make her sexy or whatever. Mm-hmm. I love that. Every good wife does this thing.
I mean, every good wife buys the sexy thing.
Yeah. And smokes while you like
do it.
Breastfeed a baby or something. I don't know. It's like they're all weird.
That is a cool looking human. Like someone breastfeeding while smoking a cigarette. That's like, you would look cool. But you'd be like, I think you're killing your baby.
I think there's some people that look cool smoking, and then I think there's other people that do not at all. And I have tried to like look cool. There's this vivid picture of me where I look so dumb. And I think that that's just like where it's like at. Like I'm just look dumb smoking. I shouldn't smoke.
Joe, let's talk to me right now. Mm-hmm. Wouldn't Claire look a little cooler if there was a lit cigarette in her
just
left
like
hand?
Hanging out?
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh man, it's like Claire, except she doesn't care anymore. It's cool.
Could you imagine I have like a lit cigarette, like just hanging out, like the ash is just like getting on your carpet,
yeah,
and
no,
you're not pissed?
I would hate it, but if I was only if you like lit a cigarette and you were like, do I look cooler? I'd be like, yeah, you look cooler.
Definitely.
I think if you lit a cigarette, you look cooler. And
Maybe
then I'd be
I'm
like,
just not photogenic, because I like tried to take a picture of myself looking cool. Did not look cool.
how drunk were you? I'm just trying to figure out how bad the picture was.
I was like,
you know, like
I was like 19. I don't know what was
so
going
clearly you weren't drinking because
definitely wasn't drinking.
Yeah.
Definitely.
That's how it works.
All laws.
Yeah, this is fine.
Hard fine.
It seems like it's one of those things where like we kind of like get the feel of the 60s and what it was like, and obviously it was very like male dominant, women are at home, and this has got that feel, but in like future technology. And so it's still kind of like feels weird to all of us, I think, in a way, for many different reasons. And I don't think that's gonna. You think in 25 years, do you think the feeling of this show is gonna change?
I hope so. I also hope that their voices are better. Well, some of their voices, which is very rude.
Yeah. This doesn't really tie into my predictions, but my like general theme prediction is that the dynamics of the family mostly stay the same, except like the kids are now more into like more pop culture stuff. And maybe the kids are a little bit more modern, but otherwise Jane is still a stay-at-home and George is the one doing all the work or whatever, and you're spending all my money.
But like, okay, my other thing is my favorite character at the end of the day in this episode, the two most interesting characters were the boss and the robot.
Yeah.
Right? Like those are the characters that have the most dynamic moments. I think that it's basically going to be like the Rosey show, right? Like, is that the main character for this whole
it's not
cartoon?
I don't think it's supposed to be.
Okay, but The Simpsons isn't supposed to be Bart's show, but it's Bart's show, right?
I mean, yeah, depending on what episode. I think The Simpsons does a pretty good ensemble.
Okay, well, I'm not trying to sneak
Is
this.
Rosey even in the intro?
Oh, I don't even know.
Are we missing a dog too? Right now?
Oh yeah,
there's
Astro.
no dog.
Ruh-roh.
Okay, that's gonna make everything better. Don't make that a prediction because that doesn't count.
Oh yeah. Also, we
all get a point.
Oh, he
for
was
that.
walking at the outro. George was walking Astro.
Yeah, there was a
on the
dog
treadmill.
in this.
Yes,
But he wasn't in the episode.
Fascinating. So, what do you guys think is gonna happen? Should I go?
Prediction time. Go.
Okay, I'm going for easy points. So this is great. George is gonna press a button. That's his job, and if he doesn't do his job, I'm gonna be
I
disappointed.
hope he pulls a rope now.
Yeah, he's turning knobs.
Oh man,
Yeah,
I changed my job.
I hope at one point he goes, "Man, my job was much easier when I just pushed this button instead of turning this knob."
Okay, well, I think Jane's gonna buy something because those ladies be shopping. So we're gonna keep with that. Elroy, he's gonna throw a ball. That guy likes a ball. Do you guys notice how easy these points are? Because I'm gonna get these points. And then that's where I'm like kind of stuck because it's like, okay, I got one more prediction left. It's between Rosey, who I think is gonna be a cool ass robot, or there's Judy, which is the kid, right? And Judy's obviously the coolest character in the whole show. She has the best look, the best hair. Like, she's fun. But I'm going to say that there's a pineapple upside down cake. That's what I'm going to go for instead.
Like it.
And I want a bonus point if anybody talks about dieting because they talked about it multiple times.
Okay. Well, if you remember to give yourself a bonus point, then you'll get it.
Hell yeah.
I got a couple. So number one, I think we see the ground. I just really want to see the ground.
George is gonna touch grass.
There's probably no
Where
grass.
do you
I
think
don't
the
know if there's
poop
grass down
goes
there, man.
for the dog?
The ocean. The barren, dry ocean bed.
They
that
just
doesn't
put it
exist
in like
anymore.
a pod and send
Yeah,
it
they put it in a pot and it goes somewhere.
Anyway.
I mean, it's
I
not
heard-
that different than what we do with
I
our
was
waste.
I was listening to something the other day that they were talking about. Remember how like houses used to have built-in like vacuum systems in the walls?
Yeah.
And someone the other day was like, I thought that he like when he was a child they had one in their house, and he said, I thought that it just sucked everything up and shot it out of the house. Like instead of like collecting it somewhere where you would have to change like the bag or something. And he was like, I just think it just shot out to nothing.
Have you ever like looked up when people like find like the trash piles in the backyard and then like start pulling out bottles and stuff? I love
No.
to look those up
What?
online.
Yeah, what is it, like a video or what are you talking about?
Oh yeah, there's videos, there's like pictures. It's kind of like, you know how there's people that go through like abandoned buildings. It's kind of similar vibe. But a lot of people used to bury trash in their yards, so what people will do is they'll, you know, like they'll be cleaning up a yard or whatever, and then they'll find like a weird thing, and then they keep digging, and it's like, oh, this was the trash heap. So then you can like kind of find old bottles or find old. A lot of times it's like shaving stuff or bottles or like, you know, whatever doesn't decompose. It's fun.
I didn't. Man, there's probably a bunch of trash in my backyard.
I would love to get a metal detector out, but I don't think that they had trash in our yards here in Minnesota. I think that was more in like warmer places.
Well, there's definitely underground power lines in my backyard, so I don't really want to dig too much.
Don't dig too much.
I know where they are, but I don't want to dig. Number 2, I think George, quote unquote, makes his own food.
Oh.
So whether or not that's him pushing a button to get a thing, I think they're giving the women agency in 1987 by making George provide for himself, even though how pathetic that is.
So what you're saying is George is going to press a button?
Yeah, maybe he'll press a button to put the dishes away or something.
Either way, George is going to do a thing which is going to make him get his own food. So
okay, I like it.
Number 3, Jane gets a job.
Oh, she ain't buying stuff. She's making that.
She's making stuff.
Money.
And then number 5, Rosie's broken. Or
No.
4, number 4, Rosie's broken.
I couldn't hurt her. Like, I was like, maybe Rosie's gone. Maybe, like, I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that you did.
And then I have a 5th wildcard one, because I'm confident this will not happen. But I thought they did a really big break. This is 1987. In 1986, a really big band came up with one of their most popular albums of all time.
Weird Al or something? I don't
think so. Metallica came out with Master of Puppets in 1986. So I think there is a Jetsons version of Metallica.
Holy shit. If that happens, you should win the whole season.
All right, I accept.
Jetsons.
Don't tell. Jimmy's not going to like that.
I can't wait to win season 15 in the 5th season.
Space Talica.
Space Talica, yeah. So those are my 5.
I like it.
I hope Space Talica is in this show because my number 1 prediction is that Judy is a music fan.
Oh, I hope
it's
she
all
has a
coming together.
band.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
think that-
good.
I got to look up the last episode for the last season, so maybe it's just called Space Talica.
I think they build her in a kind of a teeny bopper boy band fan. And that boy band could be Space Talica.
Space Talica.
I have that Rosey is in love.
Aww.
With a
With the
member
dog,
with a
or-
member of Space
I
Talica.
mean, it could be like a Roomba or something. Who knows?
That would be cute.
I have that George gets fired. I have momentarily in parentheses.
Yeah,
like,
because
I
he
think-
got fired in the first episode.
Yeah. So like I think he gets fired in the same way, but what I'm saying is I still want the point even if he gets fired and then rehired.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if he gets fired and gets rehired, it doesn't change that he
did
got
get
fired.
Yeah.
That would be a cute like throwback if they did that again.
I just kind of assume that happens like every episode.
That's just like what happens to George.
George, you're fired. And then my last one, and just like making like a technology prediction, was that we have an oilless fryer. Essentially an air fryer, but like I bet they don't refer to it as an air fryer, but it's just like, oh, it's like a deep fryer, but with no oil.
Okay, I like that. I was trying
I hope
to...
it's like no oil, but it's like, but we use lotion.
We use space lotion.
I was trying to think about things that I thought would be in this. Like, obviously, we already talked about, like, they've kind of got Zoom meetings and
Moving
Roombas.
walkways.
Yeah, moving
Sidewalks.
sidewalks.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, I couldn't think of something that I really wanted them to have. Like, besides things they already have.
Mm-hmm.
But I like the idea that you were just saying, like, that would be great. Let's make it happen.
All right, well, airing on 11/12/1987, Spacely for a Day is the final episode of the Jetsons. We're going to watch that, and we'll be back. And we're back. We're done with the final episode of the Jetsons. It was called Spacely for a Day. It's really technically Spacely for 2 weeks.
2 weeks, yeah.
But George is chosen to be Mr. Spacely's replacement while he's on vacation and nearly runs them out of business.
Mm-hmm.
He almost burned the building down.
He almost melted the building down, I think.
He also said yes to a job that pays, like, they don't pay their bills. Like, and he was making everybody work overtime. Like, he was really screwing things up.
Sounds like a normal corporation to me. Corporation's like, work more, pay you more. No, just work more.
Is that the sound for 2025?
I think that's been the sound since I've hit the workforce. It's all terrible. Thoughts?
I thought it was fun.
I pull my
It's very George focused. I mean, not even just George, but George job focused episode.
Yeah. Very little. I mean, the family was there, but
yeah,
very side characters.
I think when I thought that Rosey the maid would become so like important to the show, I actually should have said Mr. Stanley or Star with the Spacely. I knew that the boss. Like, I feel like that guy ends up being like the butt of the jokes. And like, I'm less into George, but I'm also not from 1960.
George is whatever. He's like a less good Homer Simpson. Really.
Yeah, he's your general, just like dad of a sitcom. He goes to work. He
falls upward somehow.
Yeah.
He only has to work like 2 days a week though, because in the future they have this whole thing. Because in the 1950s, I guess they had just gotten the 40-hour work week. And so they had this whole like optimistic view that in the future we're going to just only have to work like 2 days a week. We're going to just be like leisuring all the time.
Why is a man that only pushes a button 5 times a day even have to go to work? Why can't he just in the future like remote in and push a button once every... Shit, I'll work 10 hours days and I'll push that button once every 2 hours.
Yeah.
I
Using
mean,
a different finger every time.
Sounds like a great job. Really powerful. Actually, could you imagine you have a job where if you don't press the button at the exact right time, like everybody dies? Like, I'd hate that. I'd be so bad at it.
I don't think that's what his job is.
I don't think it's what his job is, but I'm imagining.
That was the job for the people on Lost. They had to push in the numbers.
Mm-hmm.
I first and last.
And then they didn't, and it ended up being fine. It was kind of shitty for a while, but it was fine in the end.
The ending.
But I only have
weird.
to push this button 5 times a day at the exact same correct time.
Or not even at all.
Because then everyone dies.
Because you have that other machine that basically did all your work.
There is no way. Even let's be honest. Even if they were like, you need to push this button on the top of the hour every 2 hours, or else everybody dies. 6 months into that job, probably way earlier than that even, I'm figuring out a way to have a hot dog fall on a button every 2 hours. And
I'm just killing the world. There's no way. I'm so distracted. It'd be like, oh yeah, I gotta hit the button. It's like I saw something online today that was like, how long do you like hard-boiled eggs for? And it's like, until you go, oh yeah, shit, that egg. It's like, yeah.
So you just fuck your hard-boiled eggs, so you're saying.
I have a little timer I can put in the water that it changes color, so you know if it's done or not.
Does it tell you if it's a soft-boiled too?
Yes. Now,
fuck yeah, dude.
I don't use it anymore because Joe actually made a better solution to this, which is steaming eggs. And so if you open our cabinet, it gives directions for how to make Joe's hard-boiled eggs, which is
How do you
just
steam an egg? What do you mean?
You just put it in a steaming basket.
What the fuck is a steaming basket?
You put broccoli in.
What?
Or cauliflower.
What?
When you steam it
what?
on a stove.
It's literally a basket that fits into a pot that you could put stuff
Got it.
in.
Like a colander, but for stovetop.
But
stuff?
for stovetop,
Yeah.
and leaves a little bit of space at the bottom so you could have water in there that is then boiling and steaming whatever you're.
I
cooking
don't
in there.
ever steam anything on the stove.
Yeah.
You microwave?
I generally roast my broccoli. So
Hmm.
I'm a roasted vegetable kind of guy. I think is really what the answer is there.
I mean, I love a roast, but I will say lately we've been hitting that steam up, and I forgot how much I like a steam.
But then also, yeah, if I got like broccoli and I'm gonna like steam it, I'll probably just throw it in get a little water, put it in a bowl, and do a microwave thing.
Also, that works.
So imagine that you're not going to do that,
'Kay.
and you have eggs
Yeah.
and a steamer basket, and I think it's 17 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Steam those bad boys. It makes them easier to crack and stuff. It's great. Highly recommend.
All right. I don't make a lot of hard boiled eggs, but I do love hard boiled eggs. They're great.
We just sometimes end up with me going to Costco and accidentally buying 6 dozen eggs or something. It just happens sometimes.
It's not an accident.
So, I mean, that's why they put me in the job where I press the button every hour so no one dies.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so good at it.
She's like, she was only supposed to push it 5 times, but she pushed it 400 times today.
Okay, the problem was at Costco, the same exact color that they used for their egg whites, they used for their whole eggs.
What do you mean color?
Like the packaging, the color, the light blue. It's
Does
like
it
a
have
whole
words on
vibe.
it to tell you what it is?
Well, I don't know about that. Clearly there were words. But yeah, so it had a lot of eggs.
But you can't read.
Well, sometimes you just see something and you're
Absolutely not. No. Whatever you're about to say, absolutely not. I do not just sometimes just grab something and go, I'm going to buy this without reading what it is.
Eggs.
It's like saying
it said eggs.
like walk through the milk aisle and you're like, that's the color milk that I have. I would go 2%, 1%. I would read it.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of times I use those skills, but sometimes I use other skills, and then we have like 6 dozen eggs.
Just for the record, reading should not be a skill. It should be a mandatory thing you do.
Dude, most Americans can only read up to the 6th grade level.
And those people got fucked. And you should be
I do.
exercising your ability to read above a 6th grade level when buying eggs at Costco.
I support all people reading at about a 6th grade level. I mean, like 8th grade is really like helpful if you want to read a newspaper, but really 6th grade's all you need.
No.
Okay. I don't know.
College level reading is what you need.
So you want me to be like,
I want you to be able to read, Claire.
okay, I think that's fair.
I want everybody to be
Everybody
able
should
to
be
read.
able to read in the Americas.
There's no reason why people shouldn't be able to read here.
If anybody needs a book,
No.
Josh has plenty. Just
If you can fucking read it, I'll borrow you a book.
he's a lending library.
Also, you know what else is
Reading
a lending
Rainbow
library?
fan over here.
A regular library. And they
Yeah.
have more books than I do.
Mr. Reading is fundamental over here.
Yeah, who knew he was that big on reading?
Literacy guy.
I'm very big on reading.
You really support that reading.
Clearly, you know I'm big on reading. We've had a conversation about audiobooks versus reading before.
Yeah, but you just have rules. Like that's one of the things I'd love to bust your chops about a little bit. Is because you.
Well, my rule is reading and listening to an audiobook are different. Just like reading a book and watching a movie are different.
Okay, well, listening to a book and which is the exact same words as reading
Are
the
different.
exact same words. While
It's
it
different.
does use different parts of your brain can also process that information so that you comprehend it equally.
But that's not what we're talking about.
Okay, but
is
you
it?
just literally in that definition said that they were different.
I just feel like people who hate on people for getting information in a certain way are
I've never
like
hated. I've
mean.
never hated on it. I've just said don't act like it's the same thing. That's all I've ever said.
Okay, so what do you want me to say? If I listen to a book, do you need me to tell you I listened to it? Like, is that really going to make you feel better?
It's going to make me understand how you put the energy in.
Does it matter
Kinda.
how I put the energy into you?
A little bit.
I think you're judging me. Stop judging people. It'll make you feel better.
It makes me feel
But maybe
good.
that's. I feel like you're getting into a thing about judgment, and and Josh is more being a stickler about like a particular thing. I disagree with both of you.
Yeah, I like that.
but
Okay, yeah.
You're talking about different things.
Yeah, I think I agree with you there.
So we're all wrong.
Because
Okay.
I do think you can get the same amount of information, but not every single human can. You don't get the same thing from.
There's a lot of people that their
thing.
reading comprehension is better when they listen, and these are listening comprehension.
Right.
Well, that's
and
not their-
doesn't
but that is
doesn't
not
that
their
indicate
reading-
that it's a different thing?
That's not their reading comprehension. Then that is like their media comprehension
I
or
would
something.
suggest.
That's their listening
I
comprehension.
would just say that it's an ableist approach that is
Nope,
saying that we
that's not
can
what- that's not what I'm
only
saying.
get information in a certain way.
But
that's
he's not
not what
saying
I'm
that
saying,
listening to a book is wrong.
You're hearing that I'm saying what you're doing is wrong when I'm saying what you're doing is different. And it is important just to say what you're doing so that when people are talking to you or hearing what you're saying, that they understand where you're coming from and what you're doing.
How would it be any different if I listened to a book or I read a book? If I was like, hey,
Because if I listened
read
to a book or
Michael Crichton's whatever
Crichton.
book this is, there's like a monkey on it. I read that book.
Yep. Did you read it or did you listen to it?
Why is that any different? It doesn't matter to you. I got the information the same way. I have feelings about the book.
Does
I
it make
have
you feel
thoughts.
bad that you would like lie about reading a book when you listen to it?
Only because you make me feel bad about it. Otherwise, no.
If I watched the movie Jurassic Park,
that is a different thing.
can I say I read the book?
No, because it's not the same thing. But if you listen to the book, could you say you read the book?
No.
Yeah, I wouldn't be mad about it. It's 2024. I don't care.
The year has nothing to do with this.
That's true.
So why is the movie different but the audio is the same?
The audio and the book have the same exact
What if
words, right? Like it's like if I
what
was
if the
to
movie
get
was verbatim the same dialogue?
okay, when you find me a movie,
The beginning of Fear and Loathing Las Vegas via the book and the movie are almost identical up until about halfway through.
I do believe I knew that because man, that was huge. in
So if I only
college.
watched half of the movie up
I-
until when it changes, now can I say I read half the book?
yeah, 100%.
Absolutely not.
I think you did, and actually, it'd be better. You would comprehend it better because you also have that visual input.
You say you would, but that's not
so
true.
you're saying it's different then.
You're saying it's different. You're admitting it's different.
So you just said it's different.
I'm caught. Anyway, we're all right.
no,
And
no, we're not.
that's the problem.
We're all right depending on what we're arguing about.
I don't even know what we're talking about anymore.
I clearly.
You're like trying to defend you're trying to defend different modes of taking in information, and Josh isn't saying that those modes are wrong.
Invalid. They're not invalid. But
You
you
just saying
just
it's
have to
different.
know because you have to know
Because
that
he's being a
information.
stickler about this weird thing. Yes. Exactly.
So what we're all saying is that we're all just. Can we delete that whole
Absolutely not.
thing? This
Absolutely
is so long. I got lost like 12 minutes ago.
yeah, no, I know because you were arguing like pro my point for a while.
It's just fun. You get all hyped up. I get all hyped up.
We get all hyped up.
But then Joe turns into like the wrestling referee and he's like ready to whistle whenever like, actually. So it's kind of fun.
Yeah. Okay.
Hopefully the listeners
I could
also
keep
have fun.
going, but we should probably go in this other direction.
What are we talking about?
I don't know. Just
The
for the record,
Jetsons?
for the record, I won. The Jetsons. Yeah. So, George becomes the boss basically for 2 weeks because Spacely goes on vacation.
Yeah, with his wife.
And then the competing because it's Spacely Sprockets, so they make like gears. I guess I don't know. And then there's Cogswell's. Yeah, they have to be because there's Cogswell's
Yeah.
Cogs.
Yep.
And then there's some other guy too. I didn't even catch what that guy was. The other business owner that was trying to talk to them.
I only saw the Cogs.
There was the one
'cause
guy
they
after
melted him.
Cogswell. But they just tried, the other two people, mostly Cogswell, tried to convince George to just burn down Spacely's company, basically.
Just ruin it in
Just
2
ruin
weeks.
it in 2 weeks.
It was so manipulative. They're like, ha ha ha, I'm gonna get this guy to do this thing, and, then,
And really, they only didn't succeed because like George was like kind of like too dumb to fall for it.
well, and didn't Jane show up? Like, it was like, honey, you're gonna melt the whole thing. Or no, it was the son, because the son is a genius or something. I looked that up, but he is. He's super smart.
If I had ChatGPT write a book for me, could I say I wrote the book?
I'm done talking.
And so then like yeah, like that was just kind of like they were trying to woo George, and then Cogswell like sent him like, what was it, a gift? What did he like try to say that it was like it's supposed to wash the building or something? I'm like trying to think like
I don't even remember. Yeah, it's just like George is gonna listen to whatever this guy says.
he's like,
he could have
just
told him anything.
float this over the building and push the button, everything's gonna be great. And it was like a hot air balloon full of acid or something.
Mm-hmm.
It was really
Full
weird.
of Ridley Scott's alien blood.
But Jane saved the day. Well,
I think Elroy did.
Elroy.
Jane drove him there though, because
Yeah.
Elroy's a baby child.
And Jane's idea was to, like, because at first, George was just going to leave the container filled with acid, like, above the facility. And
Yep.
then Jane's like, nah, we're going to return this to the owner. And then they did. And then Cogsley or whatever. What was his name? Do we know?
Cogswell.
Cogswell. He opens it on top of himself.
Mm-hmm.
Wah, wah, wah.
I feel like we skipped over a part where it's like the along with George doing all this shit at the behest of Cogswell, he's also just like being a general asshole at home.
True.
And so that's why Jane and Elroy are like, something's up with this guy. We gotta go fix him.
Well, and the son had lied about his scores on a test.
Yeah, there was before Mr. Spacely left on his vacation, he like put George through this like executive test that George didn't do so well on because Mr. Spacely like was distracting him during it. But then Elroy hacked into the system and changed the score to make it really high. So that's how George got the job. But I don't know why that makes George an asshole. I feel like that's on George.
I think it's more of like saying, like, you give someone the role of a boss and then they're going to act like a dick.
Mm-hmm.
But
there was some sort of thought of like, hey, like, you need to confess to your father that you, like, adjusted this score.
yeah, I didn't really understand that. Was that just to like make him feel not as smart or bloated as he had?
I think that's kind of the idea.
Because he had gotten the highest score of all time.
Yeah,
or something.
because he got the highest score of all time, he all of a sudden thought he was hot shit, and so now is just telling people what to do.
I mean, it's probably a good idea to like teach your kid that like cheating like that it's bad, you know. So I mean that makes sense, right? But he did just do it for the good of his family, presumably. He's just trying to help his dad out, you know. He's like, even as a child, he recognized my dad's kind of a dum-dum.
But his dad
He
actually
really needs
did
this.
the job all right. Everything ended up working great for
Well,
him.
luckily for him, most people in the C-suite level are all fucking dum-dums.
Yeah.
They just all fell fucking
Just
forwards
figuring
one
it
day,
out.
you know. Sorry, executives that listen to this podcast, you're probably fucking stupid.
I was gonna say, if you'd like us to, support any of your products, feel free to write fnlpodcast@gmail.com. But never mind, you're stupid.
I mean, here's the deal: they didn't make the product, they didn't design the product. They just benefited from the product, probably.
Now we're talking about like the chain of products.
That's
I
right.
don't even know.
That's right. But yeah. So I mean, it was a fine episode. It was really just like a boilerplate. To me, it felt boilerplate middle of the season type episode.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it definitely didn't feel like a finale. I wonder, because you guys did say the movie is kind of like does some closure or something. So maybe. Oh, just kidding.
Only that like the Wikipedia says like that the movie is the series finale, but like I just like scrolled through the description of the movie, and it didn't seem like, oh, like the Jetsons fly off to Mars and live there now or something. No, it's just a Jetsons adventure.
Gotcha. So, okay. But I also like that. I feel like there's certain things like The Simpsons or like a cartoon where you want it to kind of be encapsulated. I like that it was interesting how this last episode, they were saying the same exact thing as the first episode. Mr. Sky, whatever.
Mr. Spacely.
Spacely. I can't remember his name for my life. Mr. Spacely and his wife were together for 30 years in the first episode, 30 years in the last episode. Like they were clearly like on the same time zone and same time period. I thought that was cute.
Yeah. Love prevails.
I think this would be a good, like, your cleaning your house show, which I think I say like 9 out of 10 times that I'm on this podcast. But honestly, for this one, it's like if they have a holiday episode, I'm definitely checking that one out. But because I know Josh hates those.
I just don't get it.
But I think that it's like kind of fine. Like, I don't love a lot of the sexism that's involved in it, but that's also just like how the 60s were.
And how the 80s were.
Oh, sad. Although there was some things I was reading online, they were like, if this had been made post the 70s and the feminist movement, like they'd probably be very different. Like the tagline for it was like Jane who spends more than her husband makes or something like that. Like this was kind of a trope, but I don't really know. I wasn't there.
I just don't understand why he goes to a job where he doesn't do any work. I mean, his wife doesn't work, but why does
why
he
don't they have
work?
why don't they have like one person press buttons?
Why doesn't it's one of those things like it's a TV show, so you need someone to go do something other than like just both people just stay at home and do nothing.
Yeah, but it's kind of like, why do either of them need to work?
But why don't they just why don't they both just have hobbies?
Well, it's also interesting that the show focuses on George and his work when its work is to like literally do nothing. It's not like he's going and like doing something interesting.
That's the ridiculous part about it, though, right? It's because his boss is like so up in his business and blah blah blah. Like he doesn't do anything. Like he's like, I pay you this much for blah blah blah, and he always talks like every time Spacey's talking to him, he talks about how much he pays him.
Yeah.
Like I overpay you for this, and it's just like. You hired a man to push a button.
Yeah, and in this one, which I don't think this was in the 60s episode, at least the one that we watched, but in the last one we watched, like he is talking to George is talking to his computer at work that has like a face. And
he's talking because that's like Spacely's computer.
Oh, was it Spacely's computer?
Yeah, it was like when he was in Spacely's office.
But it seemed like AI.
Yes, it was like kind of like an AI, and it was kind of like telling him like, hey,
it was running the company.
Yeah, like maybe this isn't a good deal. Maybe don't do this. And at the end, when he was able to like sell the, extra sprockets to Cogswell and everything worked out, like that came from that computer. The computer was like, hey, maybe like hold out for a better deal. Like
he's like, gotcha, computer. Way to go. Yeah.
So that computer should be in charge of the company is what I'm saying.
No, we can't have computers take care of everything and robots and.
But if a computer made the decision and I just said I made the decision, who made the decision?
Mm-hmm.
What if I started telling you guys that like Chat GPT was like the best thing in my life?
I'd be sad for you.
Okay, well, I'm never talking to you again. No, I'm kidding. But like I have read things about other people that really utilize it for so many things. And I just can't imagine divulging any of my thoughts to AI like that. I just feel weird about it. But I also love that other people feel really good about doing it and want to try it out.
There's a lot of great things AI can be used for. And I kind of hate that we call it AI. Wish it was called something slightly
like
different.
Bruce or something. Like what do you want it to be called?
Yeah, Bruce. Well, we like because we grew up and we know like AI is like a sentient. It's like the fucking Matrix computer. Like it's like an actual like life form. That's what AI is. Like from everything we grew up like in literature and everything knowing, and then all of a sudden we have like this generative formula that can like suck things up and just poop things out for us, and now we just call that AI. It should just be called something else.
Yeah, it's not like
It's
a living thing that has like a consciousness.
Yeah, it's
that's
not.
like-
It's not artificial intelligence. It's like artificial generation. It should be called
It's
AG.
like- yeah, it's like artificial Google. Like, I don't know.
Pretty much, right? You know.
But I
Hey
think
Google,
that's
write my
interesting.
term paper for me. Like, you know, that's all
I
it is.
have such like a different, because I didn't get into the Matrix or any of that, and like I don't know what I like. The minute you were talking about that, it made me think of like a movie where Robin Williams is like a robot or something.
Mhm.
That's a thing?
Bicentennial Man.
Bicentennial Man.
Okay, so like that's what I started thinking of when you said that, and then I immediately was like, well, that's not AI.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So that's fascinating. I never really put those things together.
Like Data from Star Trek would technically be AI because he's an artificial intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
I always thought he was like a human. So clearly, I need
he's
to
a
rewatch.
robot.
Mm-hmm.
Clearly, I need to rewatch that.
Everybody, I mean, no, I would almost said everybody else was a human, but that's clearly not true in Star Trek. Anything else we want to say about this bad boy before we see how we did?
It was fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
Same vote. Oh, we all same vote. 3 fines.
I think earlier I said I liked it, but I did. Yeah. It's all right.
Well, I'll be really fast with my predictions because I got 0 points, even though I did easy points. From now on, I'm not doing easy points. This is not a method that's working.
Remember when I told you, you said, I'm going to do easy points, and I said, sometimes you do easy points, and you're completely wrong.
Yep.
Like, you just go, I'm gonna give this little toss up. I'm gonna hit that ball out of the home run area.
George didn't press a button. Like, he sat there hovering
Yeah.
over things for
You
so
never
long.
had to.
So frustrating. But yeah, I got no points. I don't even want to talk about it.
I'll talk about it. I'm pretty sure I got 0 points too. I said we see the ground. No. We are so in the background. I turned on silent while we were recording this. Is the 7th episode of the series called "The Flying Suit," where apparently we see the ground.
Ooh.
At some point. And to the little write up that I was reading by, it's like an editorial kind of review on Gizmodo by Matt Novak in 2017. He said something about like there's like a space there's like you see a hobo, so there you have it. The next time someone makes a crack about the zombie apocalypse happening at ground level, because I guess they're I'm assuming there's a bunch of like theories of what's going down there kind of thing. You can politely correct them. There is indeed a dystopian underworld happening at the ground level, but is made up of birds that can't fly and homeless people who haven't benefited from the cruel oppression of George and its capitalist overlords.
And that's in this episode?
That's we see some ground in this episode, but we did not see it in the last episode, so 0 points. I said George makes his own food. He did not make food. He might have drank coffee that Rosey gave him. Number 3, Jane gets a job. Nope. Why would she? There's only so many buttons in the world, you know? I said Rosey is broken. She seemed fine.
Seemed great.
She seemed fine. And my wild card to win the season, I wrote Metallica is featured Space Talica.
Oh, yeah.
And nothing. So
We wish.
So 0.
I had that Judy is a music fan, and again, like really not a whole lot in this other than George.
According to the internet, though, she is a rock and roll fan, and she has a boyfriend in a band.
I mean, she's like
Okay.
a teenage girl. She's a fan of music, right?
But like
Gotta
that's her. That when I looked at this like very broad thing, that's what they said. So I thought Joe was cheating, but he would never.
And then I had Rosey is in love.
Would have been fun.
And then George gets fired.
Yes.
And then an oilless fryer, and there was food at the table, but like nothing really fried, and they didn't really show the prep anyway. So just the one for George getting fired.
What if they had like a slap chop? Like that's kind of would have been fun.
One of those you said slap chop, and then I also thought that like thing where you put your wet lettuce in and you spin it around.
Oh, a salad spinner.
Salad spinner. Of course, it's just called exactly what it does. Just like a slap chop is.
So Joe gets a point.
1 point for Joe.
Good job.
Okay. Well, that's going to do it for us, listeners. If you want to send us show suggestions, tell us other things. Do you know what is in the ground below the Jetsons?
We're going to find out.
Well, hopefully we'll find out by the time we're done recording and tearing down and whatnot. But yeah, hit us up at F&L Podcast on the Gmail, on the Twitter, on the Instagram. We got all those things. So that's kind of going to do it for this week. Claire, thanks for showing up.
Hey, super glad to be here.
Way to
it
go.
was awesome.
Jimmy, check your calendar. Let us know what's going on. And we'll see y'all next week. Goodbye.
See ya.
Hundreds of episodes. He's probably said goodbye. He said goodbye once on accident.
I feel like we could get him to do it, but now he's definitely not going to.
Well, not today.